Welcome to 2021, where we just lived through the craziest pandemic of our lives, and we are operating in a year where things aren't any less crazy. But one thing has changed, and that is our business meal deductions. They went from 50% to 100% deductible. And Biden is not playing around with some of these other tax laws that he's coming out with. So in this video, we're gonna go over how to take our business meal deductions in 2021 the right way without fear of the IRS. We're also gonna make sure that we understand all of the different steps in order to order food offline, because I'm a foodie, and if you are too, then we're gonna eat. Let's get started. So first off, we have to understand that business meals have been around for quite a long time, but you may not be traveling a lot right now. Part of the reason is most people are working from home.
Heck yeah, buddy.
COVID put a damper on business this year, put a damper on the stock market, put a damper on people traveling, and it put a damper on people's bank accounts. But what it didn't put a damper on was our appetite. I know that once COVID started, I turned into a couple of different things. I turned into a chef because I was in the kitchen cooking every single day. I turned into a home office or a home fitness guru because I was working out in my home every single afternoon on my workout mat. And I also turned into a Best Buy star because I was ordering new laptop equipment, new film equipment, and new microphone equipment. And these were all business expenses for me. But one thing I really wasn't spending too much of my time doing is I wasn't spending too much of my time out, eating out with a lot of my clients.
What?
But I was still conducting business. And so one of the things that I want to talk about in 2021 is how we can get back into working with our business owners, with our customers, how we can start going out to eat again and taking our business meals in the right way. First thing we have to understand about taking business meals is that they're allowed. We can take them if we know how to take them.
Really?
So let's figure out how we can go about taking business meals. First thing that we have to do is we need to make sure that our business meal has a business purpose. So we can't just order food offline, sitting at home, and call it a business meal just because we decided to work that day. We actually need to be conducting business, and it needs to be with some other individual. Now, this could be office mates that you have, such as employees, or it could be a customer that you have. Whether you choose to go meet up with that customer at a restaurant, or if you choose to order foods to your office or to your house, you can deduct that business meal. And this year, it's 100% deductible. What? That's crazy. 100% of the food we eat this year, we get a write-off for. And part of the reason why the government has put this into the new COVID relief bill, you're watching this in 2021, is because they want to stimulate the economy again and help out restaurants that were impacted by COVID. Think about how many restaurants in your city or town that shut down, and some of the restaurants that haven't even opened back up because of COVID-19, right? The government wanted to directly help out the restaurant industry by offering this 100% business meal deduction if you're going into restaurants or if you're ordering from restaurants, which means if you decide to conduct a work event for your employees and you decide to order that food from Olive Garden and you are working, you can utilize the 100% business meal deduction for you and your staff members.
Oh my God! Wow!
Not to mention, if you decide to go out and maybe your restaurant is open back up in your town and you're eating with some coworkers and maybe some business clients, you can grab the bill and pay for that bill knowing that you're gonna get the deduction and it's gonna be 100% of whatever was spent at the table. Whether there was appetizers, whether there was drinks, whether there was even caviar ordered, this is the meal, and everything associated with the meal gets to be taken as a business meal deduction. Now, one thing that we have to understand about actually tracking our business meal deductions is that we have to keep copies of the receipts.
What?
Because when we swipe our debit card, yes, the bank is gonna have a good transaction of when we made that payment, but the receipt is gonna let the IRS know who we were eating with and what was discussed. Now, there are certain things on the receipt that are gonna cover us in the event that we get into an audit. What we paid for is on the receipt, where we ate at is on the receipt, and even the date that we swiped our card is on the receipt. So it will match up with our bank statements. But if the IRS is asking us who we ate with, and we don't have a recollection of who we went out to dinner with or lunch with, and then they ask us what did we talk about or what was the business nature of the meal, and we don't have any documentation reminding us why we even went on that lunch or dinner, we might be in a position where our expenses get disallowed. And as a tax strategist, it's my job to put you in the best possible position, which means I want you to know all of the little itty bitty rules in the tax code so you're never in a position where you're in trouble. I am all about eating out, and I'm all about being the one to say, you know what, I got this today. Let me put it on my card.
Okay.
Because I know my deductions and I know how to take it. And if you're someone like this as well and you want additional deductions, then just make sure that you're just following these steps, because you don't want to get into a position where you get a notice later down the road from the IRS, they audit you, and you found out that you didn't keep copies of those receipts that you were supposed to keep copies of, so you can prove your business meal expenses. Now, last but not least, is making sure that you have good record keeping. Because in the event, guys, that you decide to take 100% of your business meals, you can get audited. So you want to make sure that you're using a good accounting program.
What?
Now, a good accounting program could be anything. It could be Excel, it could be QuickBooks, it could be your Word document. But what's really good about doing good accounting is how well you're accounting for your own expenses. Are you doing your accounting for your expenses on a monthly or weekly basis, or are you waiting until the end of the year after 365 days to go back and try to remember every single thing you did and then categorize all those expenses? Not only does that sound like a headache and a tedious task, you might miscategorize expenses. You might lose receipts. You might even miss deductions. Guys, in this year, 2021, there is nothing more important than protecting the money that is coming in through the door. Why would we want to miss a deduction if we know in this earth that we have the ability to control our deductions? We need to be responsible. And so I'm urging you to be a responsible taxpayer and hit that subscribe button and follow my channel so we can continue to save and get more tax dollars. And if you're someone who is like me and is a foodie, make sure that you're taking your business meals and that you're putting it on your business meal card, separating it from your personal, because in the event of a lawsuit, you have completely separated your business from yourself. Just levels of becoming a business owner who's doing business the right way. Guys, if you like this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, so I can continue to make more content like this for you. And I look forward to seeing you back out at these restaurants when this whole thing is all over.